Welcome back to Z Builds. I'm your host Z, and today we have the Project Zero build. You may be wondering why I call this Project Zero. It's simply because this was the 0 point for me. This is where I start my PC building career. The first time I ever ordered PC parts, the first time I'm ever putting PC parts together. And honestly, it's been a dream of mine, like a childhood dream of mine, and it finally came true. For this build, we have the Ryzen 7 7700. The reason I went with the 7700 is because it has 8 cores and 16 threads. And since I work in video editing, I need to have as many cores as possible. For RAM, we've got 32 GBs of DDR5 6400 megahertz per second. I needed to go with 32 GBs because technically it's like the standard nowadays. For the GPU, we're going with the RTX 3070. I could have gone with an AMD GPU, but I thought maybe I might want to sell this PC one day. Nvidia has a bigger market than AMD at the current moment, and plus, when it comes to streaming, Nvidia is much better than AMD at the current moment. So yeah, I decided to go with an RTX 3070. It was cheaper than a 4060, and at the same time, it performs better. For the case, we have the D-Cool CH160. In my opinion, I believe that this is a really cool mini ITX case. It supports GPUs up to 315 millimeters, and it supports coolers up to 172 millimeters. So this allows us to have really good cooling inside of this case. And you can put GPUs up to the 4090 Founders Edition, which is amazing to be able to do that in such a small case. For the motherboard, we went with the B650i Night Devil from a company called Genu. I got this motherboard off AliExpress. It was really good price for a B650 motherboard, especially for a mini ITX, since ITX builds are mainly known to be more expensive than normal builds. I've seen a lot of reviews on this motherboard on YouTube and from a lot of big YouTubers, and it seemed to be fine unless you're going with the 7950X or like the 9950X. And even then, it's still fine, but it's just that the VRMs runs a little hot. I've been using this motherboard for a while now, because I already built this PC once and I took it all apart. I've never had any problems with the PC up till now. It's running smooth, it was going fine, but this is actually the first time I'm gonna be using 2 RAM sticks because I was running only 1 RAM stick and I just got the other one. So it's gonna be interesting to see whether it's still runs smoothly or it's gonna have a little bit of like stability problems or something. We went with a power supply from AliExpress from a company called Metal Fish. It's an SFX 600 watt power supply. And the reason I went with an SFX power supply is because obviously it's a mini ITX build, even though this case supports full ATX power supplies and SFXL power supplies. But if I want to be able to put a 3-fan GPU inside there, or being able to put a GPU up to 315 millimeters in there, I cannot really use an ATX power supply because it's not gonna have enough clearance. So I decided to buy another power supply, which is the SFX one, which is gonna help us a lot with being able to put as big of GPUs as this case can take. Now, without further ado, let's start building. When you clicked on this video, all you expected is to watch somebody building an $850 PC. Now this is a really good $850 PC. I mean, it's spec'd out. But when I was building this, it wasn't just a PC to me. This was a childhood dream coming true. Since I was almost 12 years old, I wanted to build my first gaming PC. And after 10 years, here I am doing it. I've always seen people on social media tell you that if they can do it, you can do it. And I never believed them. I always thought that I wouldn't be able to do it because of certain circumstances. But I was able to prove myself wrong. And here I am, building the PC that I've wanted to build for 10 years. Now, I'd like to thank my family for teaching me how to fight for what I want in my life. Because I never believed I can do it. And here I am right now, telling you that it's possible and you can achieve your dreams and you can do it. I thought I could never do it. I was one of those people that said I won't be able to do it. But life is funny that way. And I would like to thank my uncle for teaching me everything I know about computers. A few months back, I didn't know a lot about computers. I just knew the basics. And if it wasn't for him, after God, I wouldn't have been able to make this video. Or at least I would have made a lot of mistakes. But he did help me through it, and when I asked him to teach me, he made sure to teach me what I needed to know. And now that I've achieved my dream, let's watch it together. We are playing Marvel Rivals at 1080p Ultra with global illumination and reflection quality off. The game was playing amazing, it was very stable and no stuttering at all. And as you can see, we were averaging at 116 FPS. I also did the Heaven benchmark at 1080p Ultra and the average FPS was about 280. And now you can see the price list with all the parts and prices listed. All prices include VAT and shipping. The total came out to be $852. All parts are new except for the GPU, the RTX 3070. I got that from my local marketplace. If you'd like me to make a video about how I got these prices, comment down below. Temperatures of the GPU is a little bit on the high side. It's going between 70 to 75 and the hotspot is reaching up to 105 degrees Celsius. And that's because I bought this GPU used. And obviously when you buy something used, you might need to change the thermal paste after a while. I might be making a video on me changing the thermal paste on that GPU. All I can say is I love it. I feel like I want to be doing this 24/7. I hope you guys enjoy the video and I'll see you on the next one.